What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka the Freaking 10. Back again with another installment from 21st Century Blood with the warning. And this one is called Survive. Now, the last one blew my freaking mind with Shattered Heart, because what at first glance is a very simple song becomes so complex. Once you actually process what you listen to, it will blow your mind. And so now it's one of those where we move on to the next song with Survive, and I'm like, okay, same thing. Verse to chorus, chorus to verse. You know, what are those little gems that you find within their music? So I'm very curious to see with this one, when you say survive, are we talking love? Are we talking life? Are we talking a certain situation? What are we talking about here? Is it going to start slow? Is it going to slap you in the face? What is it going to do? Those are all the questions that I really ask myself when I start listening to the warning is, how are they approaching it? What story are they going to tell? And how are they going to tell it? So with that being said, let's check it out.
Don't come to me saying that you cared, that I was the one who was never there. Don't come with your lies in the air. You keep blaming me and it ain't fair. Don't come telling me that you're worried, that I'll be hurting if you're gone. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing at all.
Okay, so I'm going to back up a little bit there because they were moving fast in this one. Wow, that opening. I kept waiting, honestly, of at what point was the music going to kick in, right? Because the way it's being sung, it's almost a build-up. Rhyme scheme-wise, right? I mean, it's cared, there, airfare, you know, and then it's kind of fades off a little bit there, but that's okay. But it's more of that opening where it's just the piano and the singing. But it's not a soft piano. It's like, listen to what I'm saying. Don't come to me saying that you cared, that I was the one who was never there. Don't come with your lies in the air. You keep blaming me, and it ain't fair. Don't come telling me that you're worried, that I'll be hurting if you're gone. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing at all. Your words mean nothing at all. Man, if the warning army had $1 for every time we heard those words in a relationship, dude, we'd all be millionaires, wouldn't we? It's funny how some of these things that people sing about are so damn cliche that it's one of those where you're like, yeah, I went through that. Yeah, I went through that. And it doesn't matter gender, orientation, any of that other bullshit. It's just as human nature and behavior. And that's the part I enjoy, is the psychology of it, of these stories, because that's the wonderful thing about music, is that it opens the doors, and a lot of people realize, hey, I went through that. I'm not alone. Right? And what's a feeling that we have a lot of the times? We always feel alone in things. Like we're the only ones experiencing it because we want that attention. We want to say, It's only happening to me, so feel bad for me. When an artist then puts their heart out there and says, hey, I went through this too. That's the effing beauty of music, man. Is it lets people know that they're not alone in life and shit that we go through. And these girls do a beautiful job of telling these stories. Whether they've experienced it or not at this young age, that I don't even care about that. There's a lot of this that they could have experienced, but with the maturity of age and experience, no. But that doesn't make the song any less impactful, because even if, you're 40 and you're listening to the song and you're like, yeah, they said that to me, it still resonates with you and it still affects you. That's the freaking beauty of music. That's the psychology of music that I love. Unfortunately, it's also that psychology of music that they use to turn people against each other. Pay attention to lyrics and some things. Wow. You said that we were going to be together forever and ever, but now I'm lying on the floor with my broken heart and all. You said that I was one of your dreams and that your heart belonged to me. Now I believe I must move on because I think you won't come home. Come home. Oh, I know I will survive, even if you're not by my side. Think this time I'll say goodbye. Now, again, this is one there's not a lot of hidden meaning to it, right? It's very straightforward, slap in the face with what it is. But that music up front with just the vocal and the piano, and it's not a complex piece of music, but it generates that emotion where you feel in her voice that anger and that heartbreak at the same time, right? It's that, we know that feeling. It's hard to, it's just that anger and hurt just combined. And it brings out such passion. And that's what I felt with that, was just that passion from the opening. Let's finish this one out. God, I love their harmonies. What a great combination. Cool ending part with the bass. Okay. If you've watched any of my other reviews of other bands, there's one thing that I can't stand. And that's where songs are too long. But I'll tell you what I pictured with this. And maybe this will make sense, right? I'm picturing a movie. There's this breakup, right? Where he says, so no audio as far as the actors go. You can see them going back and forth, right? And, the chorus is what they're saying to each other, about don't come with me that you're saying you cared, etc. And as your words mean nothing at all, she's walking out the door, slamming the door, getting in the car, pounding on the steering wheel, crying because of what just transpired. And she's driving away. Now, take out the fact she's got to go get her stuff and all that. And as it builds, the crying is turning, the crying stops. And it almost turns to laughter, not in a crazy sense, but almost in that sense of freedom that she would feel out of this. And for that reason and that reason only, it freaking works. Otherwise, if that image didn't come to my head, I would have said this is too long. But damn it, if these girls don't put vivid images in my head of the stories they're telling, and that's the power of their music. They did it to me with Queen of the Murder Scene, right? They inspired me to write those other songs that I posted. But that's exactly what I picture here, whether it's a Broadway show, or a movie. I truly pictured that ending where it's just the instrumental and they kind of say, the over very softly. But seriously, I pictured this woman driving away after this breakup, and crying for, 5-6 blocks. And then she starts to realize and feel that freedom. And that sadness turned to where she was laughing and smiling. And she felt that empowerment of being free. I don't know if that makes sense to any of y'all. I could be just fucking crazy. But that's what these girls do. They put those images of the visualizations of their songs in my head and how it would play out. That's why I love them so much. All right, let me see if I can find where I was. I apologize for the digress there. So they went in and said, but you don't come to me saying that you cared, that I was the one who was never there. Don't come with your lies in the air. You keep blaming me, and that ain't fair. Excuse me, and it ain't fair. Don't come telling me that you're worried, that you'll be hurting if you're gone, that I'll be hurting if you're gone. See, they messed with me. I can't even talk. Don't come to me saying that you're sorry. Your words mean nothing. Your words mean nothing at all. Now, you can tell the difference. Where am I at? 15 minutes. Okay. 5-minute song, 10 minutes over. I'm okay with that. You can tell the difference between Powell's voice at this stage and Danny's, right? Powell, you still hear that young adolescent voice. She hasn't hit that voice she has today, which just melts you with freaking perfection. Danny's got it at this point, right? You hear the deepness, the richness of her voice. And Powell's is still amazing. That's not a knock against Powell. It's just where she is at this point. But just, you still feel that passion that Powell puts across. God, I love these freaking girls. You said that we were perfect for each other, that I was like no other. I never knew this was a game. You win, I lose, I've been replaced. The way that they delivered that with that faster cadence, Magnificent. You said that you were going to keep your promise of loving me always. And now I know that it ain't true. And I'm so glad that I left you. So then they go on to repeat the, oh, I know I will survive even if you're not by my side. Think this time I'll say goodbye. And then they repeat that chorus. And that's what I pictured. It's just that argument going back and forth, right? And then it fading to her in the car. Man, that was perfect. That's the way I do the music video if it were me. But it's not. Absolutely freaking amazing. I love this song. So freaking good. All right. Looking forward to the next one. I think it was Wildfire. I think I saw when I saw the list of songs. And then Black Holes. So stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all know who I am and what I'm about. I'm JTMM. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm out.